everybody! Welcome to my Paris haul video. I finally got around to doing this dang video, so let's jump right in. So I'm going to start with the beauty products that I got, makeup products, I guess, over in Paris. What's funny is this is not a Paris brand. There's an ambulance going by. What's kind of funny is this is not a French makeup line. It's an Italian makeup line, but I had never heard of it. The only way I found it was we were in Strasbourg, actually, not Paris, and we were walking by this store, and Mike actually pointed it out and said, I know you want to go in the makeup store, and I kind of conceded, and I went into the makeup store, and I went first to the one in Strasbourg, and then there was something I had seen that they were out of in Strasbourg that I found one in Paris, and I went to the one in Paris to get the thing that I had found that I wanted. But these are the first three things that I got. And the first thing, this is mascara. It's their Super Color Mascara. And if you can't tell by the packaging, it is a bright blue mascara. I actually used to wear blue mascara a lot, and I actually really liked it because it always was just subtle enough that it made a difference, but it never looked like electric blue on my eyelashes. And this is what this one does. I usually actually put a coat over the black, and it does pop my blue eyes. They had them in all sorts of colors. It was pretty cool. Plus these were on sale. They were like €3.50 or something like that. They were having a deal. They're usually more like €8 a piece. And then I got two lipstick products. The first one is the one that I'm wearing right now, although I probably need a little bit more. And yeah, I really like it. And what's really kind of cool about these is they all smell kind of like vanilla. You know the e.l.f. lip exfoliator that smells just like sugar and vanilla and deliciousness? That's exactly what these smell like. And I already threw the packaging away, and there isn't really like what it's called, but it's something like ultra glossy or glossy stylo or something to that extent in color 811, which I believe, I looked it up a while ago, I think this one was called Raspberry. So it's this really bright, pretty pink, and I'll do a swatch as well. And it's a very shiny, gloss-like consistency of a lipstick, but it's got a lot of pigment to it. And I really am quite impressed with it. It's a very fun kind of spring color. And then the next one I found, because I have been on the quest for my perfect red lipstick, and I think I found it. I thought I found it in this. This is so close, but I found it in, I'm going to do kind of a random haul, and I'll show you where I found my perfect red lipstick, but this is really, really, really close. I know this is called the Smart Lipstick from their line. This is 909, and it's something like, it might just be called Cherry, or like Very Cherry, or, hold on a second, I know I did this when I posted it on Instagram. There we go. This is the Smart Lipstick in Cherry Red. And the other one, I was right, was called Raspberry. And that it was called the Ultra Glossy Stylo. But it's just a very, very glossy lipstick. This is a bright, it's a bright kind of brick red almost. It's a much darker, almost blue-toned red. And I was looking for something that was a very, very dark, almost crimson red instead of the bright kind of pinky red. And this came off a little bit brighter than what I thought it looked like in the tube. And when I tried it too, I liked it, and I thought it was really close. And it is really close, and I do really like this. And again, smells like delicious vanilla. Not quite my perfect red, but I found it. Wait and see with the other one. But then there was a color, a lip balm actually, that I really, really wanted that they were completely out of at the Strasbourg store. So I dragged my poor fiance to the one in Paris, and I found it. This is the Kiko Kiss Balm. It actually has SPF 15, and this is in number 6 Raspberry, which is also smells like delicious vanilla, and it's very, very light, but it is, for me, it is almost a perfect match to my natural lips. It almost looks like I'm not wearing anything. It's just enough color that it's like when you need just that extra plump of pink, and it gives you that shine, and it's, I wanted this so badly, and I'm so glad that I found it. Nothing at this store was very expensive. I think the most I paid for something was like €5, maybe €6, something like that. But, and I know when I looked up the brand, they apparently have a lot of sales over in Europe. I think they just brought a store to either New York or New Jersey or both to the US, but I know that you can get them in England and all over the major European countries. It's a very affordable, very good quality makeup from what I can tell. And then the last thing I picked up at the store when I went back for the lip balm was a mascara. I bought the e.l.f. Mineral Mascara right before I left, and I do really like that one. It's probably the only e.l.f. mascara that I like, but something about it wasn't working right. So I thought I'd give one of their mascaras a try, and they were still having the sale. Again, it was like €3. So I got the, you're not going to be able to see this, there we go, Luxurious Lashes Extra Volume Brush Mascara. They only had it in black. The brush on this baby is massive, and it's one of those plastic brushes, and I actually love this product. It doesn't give me a whole ton of length, but it does give me volume. It doesn't really clump that much, occasional clump here or there, but it lasts all day. It washes off really clean. I really, 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 really like this, and I'm probably going to have to try and find a way to find this after I'm done with it in the US, because it's pretty awesome. I will link their website down below. I don't know if they ship to the US. I know they have a US website, but I couldn't really find anything about shipping. Maybe that has changed since I first looked at them. But moving on to more beauty products. Right before I left, I had found actually a BuzzFeed article that was like the 17 best French drugstore products that actually work. And I thought that I would maybe get a couple of items from that list. So the one thing I knew I was going to look for before I even saw the list was Bioderma, which again is something that everybody has talked about. So I wanted to give it a try. Tip! If you are going to Paris or Europe, do not buy this in a drugstore, because you will pay through the bum for it. I paid like €18 for this, and then I found this exact same size at one of those big supermarchés, from Franprix or something. There's a bunch of them for about €9. So do not buy this at a drugstore unless they were having a huge sale. But I actually am really quite impressed with this. Yeah, I really like it for a eye makeup remover. I do recommend using a cotton ball because it seems to work the best, but I like that there isn't any perfume in it. It seems really gentle on my eyes. It doesn't burn if I get it in there by any chance. I can't read everything that's on here because it's all in French, but I really liked it. So I actually did buy a little tiny trial size, or a little travel version of the Bioderma to take with me on trips. I bought my sister one as well because she is in Iceland at the moment, so I bought this for her to take with her on her trip. But yeah, I really like this, just like everybody else who has tried it pretty much. And the last thing that I bought on the list, I only bought 2 things, is this Rêve du Miel. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it basically means honey dream in French, and it is a lip balm that has been tested in the extreme cold of Canada. So that's pretty much equivalent to the extreme cold of Minnesota, so it would be a perfect lip balm. This kind of hurt to buy because I've never bought a lip balm that equals about $12 or $13 in the US. but it's actually online. If you try and buy it, it's like 19 euro. And I got this for about €9.90 or something like that in the drugstore. It's from Nuxe Paris, Nuxe, and it's this really thick, awesome lip balm that I know has got honey extracts and fruit extracts, and it's just, you need barely any of it on your lips. You just need to touch your finger into it, and I put it on at night and again in the morning, and it leaves my lips super hydrated. It smells like lemon honey. Like, oh, it smells so good. It has a slightly sweet taste. It is fabulous, and I'm glad that I spent the 12 equivalent dollars on this lip balm, and it probably should last me a long time, and I will definitely be getting more of this the next time I go to Paris. Then the next beauty product that I found, this I actually got in Wissenberg, which is a little tiny village on the border of France and Germany, where my fiance Mike taught English for a couple of months. So we went to kind of visit there, and in the town square there was this little guy who had a little display, and he was selling handmade soaps, and they weren't that expensive. They were like €1.50 or something each. And I got my mom two. I got her a rose and a patchouli, and I got myself a coconut one. I don't know if you can see, it's just kind of has their little seal on there, and then it says basically like coconut oil on there. And I haven't used it yet, but it smells so good. I don't usually use bar soaps, but it wasn't very expensive, and I was already buying a couple, and it smelled so good I thought I'd give it a try. I know it's got a lot of shea butter in it, and it's mostly natural products. It's homemade, so I can't wait to try it. And then the last bit of beauty item that I bought. So Mike and I had two fragrances that we found in Paris. He found one, I found another. And every time we would walk by a Sephora or any kind of a drugstore, we would go and we would spray a little on our wrists and everything like that. And so it kind of became our Paris scent. And by the end of it, we were walking by a Sephora, and he just went, let's just splurge and buy this because it's going to remind us of our time here. So we both went in and bought our scents. Actually, he bought it for me as a late birthday gift because he's sweet like that. So it's my first real perfume that's not from Bath & Body Works, to be very honest. But I got the Lancôme Treasure Midnight Rose. So I know you can get this in the United States, and it was actually probably would have been less expensive to get in the United States, but it's just special that we bought it over there, and it is a French brand. I did get a small one. I don't go through much perfume, so I didn't want him to have to buy the huge, gigantic one. But basically, what is in it is, where's the English where I can actually understand it? They explain it as English expression, magical time when the rose becomes mysterious and addictive for an utterly irresistible game of seduction. And delicious with natural ingredients, rose Damascene Absolute, black currant absolute, Virginia cedar essence, swept up by a captivating whirl of wood raspberry. It's also called a sweet candy rose. And it's I don't really smell the rose in it so much, but it is very, very sweet, but sophisticated at the same time. And I don't know, I like it. I like it a lot, and I'm very glad that my wonderful fiance bought this for me. And then we each got a little sample of perfumes from the lady at Sephora, and so I got the Jean-Paul Gaultier. I should know how to pronounce that. I know he's a famous person, but it's the Classique perfume. So it's this little teeny tiny bottle, really pretty. It almost has some kind of a lace design on it. And it's basically, I think it's a rose and vanilla. Captivating rose enfolded in a sensual vanilla note. And it is very classic. It's granny-ish, but not in a bad way. I don't think I would wear this all the time. But I remember I sprayed it when we first got it, and it's very soft, and I actually kind of like it. I'm glad I got the little tester of it. I don't know if I would buy a full size just because I don't like it that much. I don't think I would wear it that much, but it is nice. And then the last few things I bought are touristy things. Of course, I had to get something dorky and Parisy, so I did get a little keychain that just says the Eiffel Tower. It says Paris, and it spins, although it's already broken. It was inexpensive. I just wanted a dorky little keychain that said Paris on it or had an Eiffel Tower or something. And then the last thing is I picked up a few of these little postcards that are kind of more artistic, I guess, of the Eiffel Tower and then the Moulin Rouge that I just thought were kind of neat. And they were only like 80 cents. Did they say cents? They were like €1 or 80 cents. That I'm actually probably going to take and make a little display to hang on our wall. Ooh, that is not the last thing that I got from Paris. I ended up getting 2 scarves. The first one, this one I actually got at the Lafayette Gallery, the big shopping mall where you can see the whole panoramic view of Paris, which is really neat. My mother-in-law gave me money to buy a scarf over there for my birthday, my future mother-in-law. So I bought this dark charcoal gray scarf that kind of has frayed edges, and then sparkles on the end of both sides. And then when we went to the Bastille Market, I ended up buying this rainbow print scarf. It's really nice. It's got just all sorts of colors on it. And I bought a scarf for my mom and my sister, and we bought a scarf for Mike's mom. So it was just a cool find at the Bastille Market, and I really like this one. I've worn it several times since I've been home already. But that is all that I bought in Paris. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm hoping to have a blog post up soon about my tips and regrets from going to Paris, and I will also link my whole vlogging in Paris down in the bar below. So I hope you truly enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.